Hey guys, good evening and welcome back again to your Unacademy NEET English channel. I hope all of you are doing great, having a good time. My dear students, all of you must be thinking, now what is going to be the cutoff for the NEET 2024 examination, right? Since as per the latest Supreme Court guidelines, all those 1563 students who were given the grace marks, those grace marks should be removed from their scores, right? When the grace marks will be removed from their scores, what is going to be the expected cutoff for the NEET 2024 then? That's something which I'll be discussing in the today's session, right? So first of all, as you all must be knowing, let me write it over here. There were 1563 students. There were 1563 students who got the grace marks, right? Who got the grace marks. Now, as per the latest guidelines of the Supreme Court, these 1563 students, they should be writing the NEET examination again on 23rd, right? 23rd of June. Now, it is the choice of these students whether they want to write the NEET examination again, right? Or they are given with one more choice. So what is that exactly? If they do not want to write the NEET examination again, their mark sheet, their earlier mark sheet that remains discarded, they'll be provided with the new mark sheets wherein grace marks will be removed, right? Okay. Now, what is going to be the cutoff when the grace marks for these students are going to be get removed? Before exactly talking about that, before exactly giving you the insights of what is going to be the cutoff now, when the grace marks will be removed, before talking about that, as you all must be familiar with the fact, when it comes to the cutoff mainly, I'm talking about cutoff, it mainly depends on two factors. Number one, the number of students appearing in the examination, right? Number two, the difficulty level of the examination paper, right? My dear students, more the students appearing in the examination, more has to be the cutoff. And this year, there were almost 24 lakh students who appeared in the examination. Last year, there were 21 lakh students appeared in the examination. Perfect. So, there are 3 lakh students. There is an increase of 3 lakh students when it comes to the number of students appearing into the examination. So as per this particular factor, cutoff has to increase, which we already knew. Cutoff has to increase because more students are appearing into the examination. Almost 3 lakh more students have appeared in the examination. Number two, when it comes to the difficulty level, right? Lesser the difficulty level, more is going to be the cutoff, right? And as you all must be familiar with this year NEET paper, again, the difficulty level was comparatively less, so cutoff will eventually increase. So both the factors are basically favoring the increase in cutoff, so definitely cutoff is going to get increased, right? We know it already, since we have seen the ranks, etc., right? By seeing the scorecards, by matching the last year scores and this year scores with the last year ranks and this year ranks, you exactly got to know that the cutoff is going to get increased. Now the point is, by how many marks the cutoff is going to get increased? What will be the effect of these 1563 students, right? When their grace marks will be removed, how it's going to impact on the cutoff, basically. My dear students, first of all, you should know few things. Few things you are supposed to know. What are those things exactly? Since 67 students were scoring 720 out of 720, right? 67 students were scoring 720 out of 720. And among those 67 students, there were exactly 6 students. As per the NT update, there were 6 students who got 720 out of 720 due to what? Due to the grace marks. Due to the grace marks, which were provided because of the loss of time. Correct? So, my dear students, if you subtract these 6 students out of 67 students, there will be still 61 students. There will be still 61 students who will be scoring 720 out of 720. Does not make much of a difference. Does not make much of a difference. Earlier, 67 students were scoring 720 out of 720. Now, if all these 6 students are removed from that category, still there will be 61 students who will be scoring 720 out of 720. Again, that's not going to make a lot of difference. The most important point over here, what is that going to be? There were few students who scored 718 marks, right? Few students scored 718 marks due to grace marks. Now, if the grace marks for them are also removed, their actual score will be 640, right? So can you exactly see how much grace were given? 640 to 718. That means the grace of 78, right? Is it 78, 60, 10, and 8? Grace of 78 marks were provided to the student who got 718 marks. But my dear students, if you think logically, the student who was scoring 718 mark, right? And if you remove the grace marks, he's still scoring 640 marks. That's still huge. That is still huge. 640 used to be the safe score in the last year NEET cut. When you talk about the last year NEET examination, 640 was a safe score. At 640, students got into the medical college, right? So basically, if you remove the grace marks from 718, still the score, the actual score of the student is going to be 640, which is still huge, right? So it is again going to not make any sort of difference. It is again not going to make any sort of difference. Trust me on that, right? Now, if you compare the ranks, if you exactly compare the ranks, try to understand. In the year 2023, the student who scored 593, he got 33,000 rank. The student who scored 633, he got 12,000 rank. The student who scored 641, he got 10,000 rank. This is the year 2023 which I'm talking about. If you check this year, 2024, the student who got 705, he got 1300 rank. He got 1300 rank. Okay, there might be increase or decrease in the rank by not more than 20 to 30. By not more than 20 to 30, right? Because of the removal of the grace marks. Not more than that, right? So I would say at 705, the rank is going to be around 1300 now. Similarly, at 644 mark, a student was getting 35k rank. See, last year at 641, just a second. Last year at 641, student was getting 10k rank, right? And this year at 641, student will be getting 38k rank. Okay, student will be getting 38k rank. So these two numbers are exactly enough to understand the cutoff. So last year at 641, the rank was 10k. This year at 641, the rank is 38k. So how much is the rank inflation? The rank inflation is it is 28k. 28k is the rank inflation. And 28k rank inflation, what does that mean? That means, if you talk about my experience, as per my experience, if the rank is inflating by 28k, that means the cutoff will for sure increase minimum by 35 marks. If grace marks are also removed. If you take out the grace marks from these students, see guys, 1563 students out of 24 lakh students, that's a negligible number, right? So that is not going to create any impact on the cutoff. Cutoff is still going to increase by 35 marks, minimum 35 marks. So whatever was your last year cut in your state, just increase 35 marks to that. Okay, try to understand one more thing. Last year, a student who got 620 mark, he had the rank of 20,000 and he got the medical college. This year, the same 20k rank will be provided at not 620. It will be 655 plus, right? So last year, the student who was scoring 620 was safe. He was getting the medical college. This year, the student who will be getting 655 plus, he'll be safe. He'll be getting the medical college. So technically, if I summarize it, when you talk about the 2024 cutoff, whatever was the cutoff in your state last year, you have to increase that cutoff by 35 marks. For example, in state 1, if the last year cutoff was 600, right? So add 35 to it. So this year's cutoff is going to be 635 in that particular state. So if your marks are less than 635, start preparing again. That particular state wherein last year cut was 620. So increase the marks by 35. So right. So this year the cutoff in that particular state will be 655. So if you are scoring less than 655, start preparing again. If I talk about my state of Jammu and Kashmir, last year it was around 600 for open merit general boys, right? This year you have to increase it by 35. So it is not going to be less than 635. It will be 635 plus in the state of J&K, for example. Okay, so if you're scoring less than 635 in the state of J&K, you have to start preparing again. Perfect. So if you remove the grace marks of those 1563, 1583, I don't know exactly the number, right? If you remove those grace marks, there will be no impact on cutoff at all, right? 1583 number, 1563 number, when you compare it with 24 lakh students, that is negligible. So, right, do not think that cutoff is going to get changed, right? Don't think cutoff is going to get changed drastically when the grace marks of these students will be removed. So all those students who wrote the NEET 2024, check your last year cutoff in your state, add 35 marks to that. That's going to be this year's cutoff. Plus. If in your state it was 620 last year, add 35 to it, 655 plus will be. 655 plus will be the cutoff for this year, right? Just keep that thing in mind. If you are scoring less than 655 in your state, right, in that particular state, start preparing again. And my dear students, all those students who are yet to start the preparation, all those students who want to prepare again, right? All those students who till now were waiting for the results and got the confirmation that they are not going to get into the medical college this year, right? All those students who have made their mind of taking a drop, how Unacademy NEET English channel is going to help you. My dear students, we are going to help you with the batch that is Phoenix 2.0 NEET English batch, which is the only English batch starting in the country. And my dear students, the best part about this particular Phoenix 2.0 NEET English batch, what is the best thing? What makes this Phoenix 2.0 NEET English batch different from all the other batches? First of all, in this particular batch, you will be getting trained by your Unacademy NEET English teachers, right? I'll be taking care of your chemistry. Yavars will be taking care of physics. Ambika ma'am will be taking care of biology, right? So you will be trained by your Unacademy NEET English teachers, wherein we shall be completing your whole syllabus, entire syllabus of PCB, entire syllabus of physics, chemistry, biology in just 6 months. In just 6 months, we shall be completing your whole syllabus, right? Every chapter in physics, chemistry, as well as biology will be started from the basics, will be started from the scratch. So if you have not studied the chapter before, there is no need to worry. We shall be starting every chapter from the scratch, from the basics. All the theory, all the problem patterns which are involved in a particular chapter, they'll be covered in detail. My dear students, there'll be 3 live sessions per day. By chance, if you are unable to join some live session, no need to worry. Recordings to all the live sessions are provided right after the live session, right? You'll be having the access to the recordings as well, right? You are not supposed to follow any book, okay? No need to follow any book, right? No need to get any book. Whatever DPPs, whatever study material we are going to provide you in this batch, just follow that. If you are done solving that study material once, solve the same study material again, solve the same study material again, solve the same study material again. You are not supposed to follow any book apart from the DPP and the study material which we shall be providing you, right? No need to follow any book, be it in physics, chemistry, or biology. Okay? The best part is there will be mentorship programs, right? With us. We'll be personally guiding you. We will be personally guiding you. Okay? And one more important thing. Once we complete the syllabus in 6 months, right after that, there'll be 2 months dedicated to your revision. And we shall be doing the revision for you, right, in the batch itself, after we are done with the syllabus completion. My dear students, whatever portion we complete in a week, whatever chapters we complete in a week, okay, whatever chapters we complete in a week, on every Sunday, you will have to write the test. We shall be conducting those tests on the Unacademy platform, particularly for you students. So get enrolled into the batch as soon as possible. No need to think a lot. No need to think a lot. All those students, right, who are not going to get into the medical college this year, right, all those students who have now made their mind of taking a drop, my dear students, this is something which is going to help you out in order to cross that 700 mark. Because you never know now what is going to be the cutoff next year. Who knows? Maybe it can increase, right? So now you have to consider only one thing in your mind. You have to take only one thing in your mind. What is that? 720 out of 720. And I guarantee you, if you follow all the things which we tell you to follow, you can easily score 720 out of 720 through this particular batch, guys. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. 720 out of 720 cannot be done from YouTube. No, it cannot. You have to get enrolled into a disciplined batch, my dear students, right? Into a batch. You have to get trained by the teachers who have produced the ranks. And my dear students, over here, you'll be under my mentorship. You'll be under HSP sir's mentorship, who has produced single-digit ranks many a times in his teaching career, right? So you need not to worry. You are in the safe hands in this particular batch. How do you get enrolled into it? Let me quickly show it to you. See, guys, the video which you guys are watching in, there is a link in the description box of that video. Click on that particular link. Once you click on the link, Over here, you have to select either Plus or Iconic. What is the difference between Plus subscription and Iconic? In Plus, you get study material in the form of PDF. In Iconic, you get study material in the form of booklets, which will be delivered to your houses, right? For example, I'm selecting 12 months, click on Proceed to Pay. Once I click on Proceed to Pay, here you have to put your mobile number or you can continue with your email ID. And this particular Phoenix 2.0 NEET English batch, you are just getting at 5499, right? The batch is at minimal cost, wherein India's most experienced teachers in English language are going to train you, right? Okay. Every parameter which is needed to crack this particular examination with an amazing score, all those parameters are incorporated here. So get enrolled right now in the batch and let's get going with the live sessions as soon as possible. So get enrolled into the batch quickly, my dear students. I said, and I quote, this is going to be the batch which will make sure that you cross 700 mark in the NEET 2025 examination, provided you follow just what we tell you to follow, nothing more than that. Provided you follow the study material which we give you, you are not supposed to follow any other book. Provided you write the tests on every Sunday which we provide you, not any other test series you are going to follow. Okay? So get enrolled as soon as possible. I'll see you all in the live sessions. Take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye.